So you're defending A site on bind. Where do you want to play? Well, this is obviously very agent dependent or round dependent, but starting over here in showers, something that you can do is you can take an aggressive duel out showers. This is very common on bind to play for control of showers, short, hookah, or long. Come over here and you can take a duel right here if you want. This is very good for an operator if you can get wide, because you get a lot of info from this angle. You can aim down this. This is very uncommon that players will expect you here, and you can kind of just dash out. If you're playing an agent like Jet, if you're not playing an agent like Jet, this could still be a strong tactic. Sometimes you can push up into this corner here with like a shotgun or like on an eco round with a shorty, and then you can kind of take players out like this. This can work really well for a lot of agents, especially if you have somebody baiting for you right here. Obviously, you don't need a shorty to do this tactic, but it's something I like to do on ecos. You can play in this kind of corner right here. I wouldn't recommend it. You'll probably get kind of cleared out there, but this is something that you can do, especially on an agent like Jet, and you can kind of just like dash out or take a duel with Serena or something like that. This is a good off angle I love to play on bind. Right here, as players approach, you kind of get a kill as players will be walking up, and they'll be expecting to peek this angle rather than this angle. This is the one that they need to worry about, but they'll go to peek this one and kind of get the easy pick right there. This spot's normally good for one, at least in one round. Players very rarely will clear this. Even coming from short, you can get kills from right here. You catch players really off guard. Obviously, you can play triple or something like that, like right here. You could take a duel, or you could take a duel towards this direction. If nobody's here, you can kind of like play something like this. This is something that works out okay. Be careful that you kind of get stuck in a corner here from U-Haul if they're pushing in, but this is an okay spot that you can play. Sometimes if you have short control, you can play an off angle like this, catch players off guard. That's an option for you. Or on top of truck, if you're an agent who can get up here, kind of take this duel. This can be very strong. A lot of players you'll see in lower ranks will play a position like this. This can work really well if you have somebody in U-Haul, but you don't really want to do this. It's just like a solo position. Because players will kind of just enter in through here, and they'll immediately find you. You'll be the only player here. You'll get flashed and probably killed. This is the position I like to play if I hear them rotating through showers. Like maybe they all hit TP. Sometimes I'll hide right here, and so catch players off guard as you can swing out like that. You can find them oftentimes. Playing over here in U-Haul is obviously common things that people will do. I like to play this off angle as players are coming in. A lot of times if they're full pushing, as they'll be approaching like right here, and then they'll get ready to pre-aim like over here, right? A lot of times they won't clear it like this. Maybe they should, but they don't frequently. And they'll come swinging around here, and you'll catch them really off guard. You can also play this angle right here, so catch players off guard as they're pushing in. Sometimes I'll play something like this, where they just won't expect it, kind of, as they're pushing in, you notice. Where am I going to look, right? I'll aim at heaven, maybe. I'll kind of worry about over here. This is obviously a worry. And as I'm coming in, there's just so many angles I'm exposed to. So it really depends on what's smoked and where they're looking, but this could be a really good position to catch players off guard. You can also play back here. Wouldn't really recommend it, but you can play over here, kind of looking to take a duel as they come in and then just back off. That's something you can do. Take a duel like this, maybe, towards showers. These are good positions that you can play. You can even play back here if you wanted to. Look for something like that, and then just fall back. Or you could play heaven, because this is very difficult to smoke off, as really any agent. And you can always poke out onto the edges here. Pretty much regardless of who smokes this. You're going to have this option, so that can be really nice. That's why you'll find that it's better to smoke a little bit deeper. Because if they smoke deeper here, it's a lot easier to see you when you stick out. Like you'll just poke out, and everyone will notice that you're peeking heaven, so they won't have to worry about it as much. But yeah, hope this was helpful. This is pretty much all the positions I would recommend on this site. And